morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Anustha Acharya. The top stories first. Preparation on the way for 10th National Convention of UML, vehicular movement to be banned during the inaugural day. Supreme Court to begin lottery-based hearing from December 1. Justices to hold discussions with the Nepal Bar Association. Government to make earning while learning program more effective, places to launch technical education in community schools. Dozens drowned in English Channel stateless migrant drowning accident, 4 suspected traffickers arrested over migrant boat sinking. And Liverpool on course for perfect Champions League group stage, Thiago Silva scored his first goal for the Reds. And now the news in detail. The local administration of Chitwan district has decided to ban vehicular movement in major junction of the city during the inauguration of the CPN-UML's 10th National Congress on November 26. A report. The ban of vehicular movement during the UML convention is aimed at traffic management on the inaugural day when the party is expecting a footfall of over 500,000 participants. Chief District Officer of Chitwan, Asman Tamang, shared that vehicles will be banned from operating in Nareni Breeze, Baraghare, Belchok, Trichok, Central Bus Terminal and Bypass Road among others areas. The ban will be enforced from 9 am to 5:30 pm according CDO Tamang. Participants of the national gathering can watch the inaugural session to be held along the Nareni River from display boats installed in 20 places. The concerned authorities aimed to manage crowd at the program venue by installing display boats in different areas. All security managements have been put in place to ensure safety and security of the participants in the mega event and the locals, said Superintendent of Police Om Prakash Adhikari. System from December 1st. The recent full court meeting of Apex Court Justices decided to adopt the allocation of benches on lottery system. The informal meeting of 19 justices of the Supreme Court on Wednesday decided to hold another full court meeting by forging in agreement with the court administration to enforce the lottery-based allocation of the hearings. The 19 justices are also learned to have planned discussions with the representatives of Nepal Bar Association before holding another full court meeting. The justices, including Chief Justice Solendra Samsir Rana, had agreed to pass the regulation on allocation of benches to justices on the basis of lottery system. Both the SC justices and NBA had demanded the enforcement of hearing a lottery system. Although some cases have been heard in recent days, smooth functioning of court hearings has not happened since almost a month due to the allegation of the Bar Association. CPN Unified Socialist Chairperson Madhav Kumar Nepal has claimed that the five-party alliance would become stronger in upcoming election. Addressing a program organized by the party's Madhyapur Municipal Committee in Thimi yesterday, Chair Nepal opened that no one can break the five-party alliance. He further said that the election of the federal parliament would be held on the scheduled date, adding that there would not be early election of lower house. Chairman Nepal said that the election of local level will be held in coming April, while the election for the vacant post of federal parliament will also be held on time. Inviting cadres of the CPN-UML to join CPN Unified Socialist, Chairman Nepal said that door of his party is always open for them. Finance Minister Janardhan Sharma has admitted that the budget system of the country has become problematic. Finance Minister Sharma expressed his displeasure over the insufficient capital expenditure. He stressed the need for adopting new system to increase the spending. The Finance Minister made such remarks at the meeting held yesterday to review the progress of the current fiscal year 2021 and 22. He expressed concern regarding the low capital expenditure. The minister said that a new system needs to be adopted if such trend persists next month as well. Minister Sharma concluded that the poor capital spending was due to the lack of administrative ability of political leadership. Similarly, he showed concern over the rising import rate, though there were bases to decrease it. The minister argued that the trade deficit and foreign exchange reserves have been impacted due to the high rate of import. He also endorsed the need of lowering interest rate of microcredits to make single digit. Making digital transaction border is another priority, according to him. On the occasion, Finance Secretary Madhu Kumar Marasini argued that import of gold could be tightened to reduce the pressure of liquidity. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed 305 new cases of coronavirus across the country. Following the latest round of tests, the total cases of coronavirus in the country have climbed to 820,004, according to the Ministry of Health and Population. Altogether, 801,122 infected persons have recovered from the disease in the country. The death toll from coronavirus has climbed to 11,513 after the virus claimed 4 more lives yesterday. Nepal is currently among top 47 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The USA tops the list with over 48.96 million confirmed cases, followed by India with over 34.54 million cases. Coronavirus has infected more than 259.69 million people across the world and claimed over 5.19 million lives. Minister for Education, Science and Technology Devendra Paudel unveiled 31-point action plan for effective implementation of the Earning While Learning program, a report. Organizing a program at the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology on Tuesday, Minister Paudel said that all students would be administered vaccine against COVID-19. All municipalities and provinces would be declared fully literate and the Act for Compulsory and Free Education shall be enacted. Similarly, Minister Paudel pledged to launch technical education in as many community schools as possible. He also said that the government is committed to print colorful and quality books until grade 12 and take forward the vaccination announcement for the permanent teachers, among others. The minister also vowed to prepare draft of the Federal Education Act, facilitate the adjustment of teachers' quota, announce scholarship for the poor and diligent student, and monitor the school's compliance with the healthy safety measures against COVID-19. The minister also committed to make alternative learning more effective and bring into effect the report of the High-Level Education Commission as well as Nepal's policy presented in the UNESCO's General Assembly. According to him, students with disabilities, those injured in various movements, conflict survivors among would be provided with education opportunities. And now the news from economic front. Foreign trade through beer guns customs have increased by 92% in the first 4 months of the current fiscal year. According to the beer guns customs, this amount is significantly higher than the corresponding period of last fiscal year. Customs officials of beer guns said that transactions of Rs 264.27 billion took place via these custom points from mid-July to mid-November. In the corresponding period of the previous fiscal year, this amount was Rs 137.60 million. Foreign goods worth Rs 224.71 billion have been imported until mid-November through the beer guns customs. During this period, domestic products worth Rs 39.56 billion were exported. The data show that imports have increased by 80% in the last 4 months compared to the corresponding period of last fiscal year. According to the beer guns customs, export trade has increased by 218%. Goods worth Rs 125 billion were imported into the country during the last 4 months of the last fiscal year, while goods worth Rs 112.44 billion were exported. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. At least 27 refugees and asylum seekers have died trying to cross the English Channel after the boat deflated and sank in the worst disaster on record involving migrants in the sea separating France and the United Kingdom. France had earlier said 31 people lost their lives, but the number was later revised down to 27. Government officials said more people had left France's northern shores than usual on Wednesday to take advantage of the relatively calm sea conditions, although the water was bitterly cold, according to the Reuters news agency, which cited local fishermen One called the rescue services after seeing an empty dinghy and people floating motionless nearby, and a joint French-British rescue operation was launched involving at least 3 boats and 3 helicopters. The French police arrested 4 people suspected of being linked to the drowning. 2 people were critically ill in hospital with severe hypothermia, but the nationalities and identities of those on board were not known. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Second half strikes from Thiago and Mohamed Salah saw Liverpool ease past Porto as they won 2-0 and kept on course for a perfect Champions League group stage. Jurgen Klopp's men, who had already secured top spot in Group B and a place in the knockout stages after winning their first 4 games, picked up another 3 points against the Portuguese side. The Reds were not at their best in the first half, and although hardly at the full tilt in the second either, they scored 2 lovely goals to clinch another victory. Spain midfielder Thiago drilled in a stunning long-range finish, cutting across the ball to produce a rasping 25-yard strike that nestled in the bottom corner. Egypt forward Mohamed Salah then caught in from the right and jinked his way past a visiting defender before smashing home at their near post. Porto were punished for missing a glorious chance after 11 minutes when Otavio inexpectedly side-footed wide from 8 yards out with an empty goal to aim at. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Preparation on the way for 10th National Convention of UNL, vehicular movement to be banned during inaugural day. Supreme Court to begin lawkeepers hearings from December 1. Justices to hold discussions with the Bar Association. Government to make earning while learning program more effective, places to launch technical education in community schools. Dozens droning in English channels, deadliest migrant drowning accident, 4 suspected traffickers arrested over migrant boat sinking. And Liverpool on course for perfect championship group stage, Thiago Silva scored his first goal for the Reds. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.